So now you have Greek rule with a four-way division. Then a mighty king, Alexander the Great, shall arise, who shall rule with great dominion and do according to his will. And when he is arisen, his kingdom shall be broken up and divided towards the four winds of heaven, but not among his posterity, nor according to his dominion with which he ruled. For his kingdom shall be uprooted even for others besides these. So Alexander conquers his known world. In his 30s, he dies in a drunken stupor with a fever. As he's dying, his generals say, who should take over after you? And he basically says, may the best guy win. And it rips the kingdom into pieces, eventually settling in the four primary sections. So, which way does Alexander come into Jerusalem and Israel from? The north. It always follows the same pattern. And then we get a king of the south in the divided Greek Empire. You have the Seleucids to the north and the Ptolemies to the south, and you put it on a map and you can understand it. Of the four divisions, he only cared about the two that were going to be fighting back and forth with Jerusalem and God's people caught in the middle. By the way, in chapters 7 and 8, Daniel was concerned, in 9, about two things, Jerusalem and God's people. Keep that in mind, because it's important that it's about the place and the people. That was his question when he started out with. And so the place gets caught in the middle, but so do the people. And they fight back and forth for 4 centuries. And towards the end of it, we have a guy by the name of Antiochus III. And in verses 17 to 19, what he does is he sends his daughter down south in an arranged marriage. Cleopatra, you ever heard of her? Maybe 3 or 4 of you have. Because the rest of you are thinking Mark Antony and Cleopatra. That's Cleopatra 7. This is 1. Okay, your Cleopatra was born in Egypt. This one was born up in Syria and sent down south by her dad, Antiochus the Great, or Antiochus III. It says that she would not stand with her dad. She did not join her dad against the Romans like he expected she would do. He goes out to the western coastlands to attack the Romans. Rome sends out a general with an army. They meet him and defeat him. And they send him back home to raise a tribute, which is a tax for losing a war. And the Bible says when he goes back, he will stumble and fall, meaning die. He goes back and he raids a pagan temple so that he can get the art treasures to pay off the Romans. And his own people got mad and killed him. He goes home and dies. He fills them in order, 5 for 5. Daniel never misses because it's not Daniel, it's God.